Sup people, it's your boy Sly. In this video, I'm going to talk about why people stop talking to you and why people change. Okay? Everything in life happens for a reason. And when I say that, I'm not talking about life experiences where something bad happened to you, then you say, no. No, I'm not a friend of that. What I'm saying is, when people stop talking to you, it's for a reason. Even if they don't like you, it's for a reason. No one stops talking to you just because they don't like you no more. It's because something you did or said that made them stop talking to you. Okay? But I'm going to go through some points. One reason why a lot of people stop talking to you, because of different career paths. Okay? You yourself right now, you may want to become a professional. Okay? You want to become professional in your life. You want to become a doctor, a lawyer, a nurse, an entrepreneur. Right? A lot of people whom you're friends with, or people you grew up with, they ain't doing shit. You know what I mean? Like, they're not doing anything with their life. So now it's like you won't feel happy hanging out with these people. Like, for example, you want to go into law school, right? And your friends are pretty much working at the local nightclub, or they're working at, I don't know, like a manager at a retail store. I mean, some of them are getting paid good money, but you two are now in a different path. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you become a lawyer, you want to hang around other professionals because it makes sense. Because they can help you with your networking. They can help you with possible career successes. You know what I mean? So that happens a lot. So sometimes you drift apart based on your career, and that's normal. That's normal. Okay. Another reason why people drift apart, or some people drift apart and stop talking to you, is due to jealousy. Believe it or not, a lot of people are jealous of other people, but of course, no one's going to admit it, but people are jealous of each other all the time. Like you have the courage to go back to school in your 30s for a career or for another career. A lot of people don't have the balls to do that, you know? And it makes them feel insecure, you know? Like, you have some people out there, like you yourself right now, you want to become a professional. You want to become like an entrepreneur. You want to become, you know, a lawyer or a judge. It doesn't matter. You want to become one of those things, right? The fact that you took the first step to get there is what makes other people angry and insecure. Because it makes people reflect on their own life. Like, believe it or not, like, people are now going back to school, or people are going back to school for a second career in their 30s. There's no shame in it. You know, there's no shame in going back to school in your 30s for a career. A lot of people are doing it. Okay? And a lot of times, these people who are going back, some people feel odd, because in the classrooms are usually filled with people in their late 20s. I mean, if you're going into med school or going to law school, right? Most people are in their late 20s and early 30s, right? But some of these 30-year-olds, they swallow their pride. They swallow their pride, and they take these classes. you know? And it doesn't mean anything because at the end of the day, long as you get your title, you get your certificate, and you get your professional license, you get your respect. You know? You get your respect. That's all that matters. You know? A lot of people don't know this. You know, it's because the fact that you took that first step is what matters. And a lot of people made poor choices in life. And when they see you doing your thing, it makes them frustrated. You know? Jealousy is really big in America today. People who don't have the balls to better their lives and make sacrifices, they just sit there bitter and angry. You see what I mean? Some people today are in massive debt. And me, myself, being a future entrepreneur, I learned that if you are in debt, it's your fault. Okay? Unless you burn down someone's house, unless you smashed someone's car, you are in debt by your own personal choice. Let me give you an example. Student loans. Okay? The university did not force you to sign those contracts. You signed it. Okay? Now you sign the student loans, and now you realize what you studied in college was useless. Now you want to complain and say, "Oh, why should I pay back my student loans if I can't find a job?" Let me tell you something. People who think like that, let me tell you something. That's not their problem. Okay? You should have had a mentor or a friend to guide you, to let you know that your liberal arts degree is bullshit. They should have told you that half the degrees you're going for is useless. They should have told you that. Or you should have done your own research. But what happens, a lot of these young guys, they go to university, they don't care. They just go to graduate, have fun at parties. That's all they care about. And now when they're about to graduate, they realize, oh shit, I fucked up. You know? And that's the way it is. Like, even me, myself, I fucked up in my college education. But guess what, though? I understood the game. I understood how it worked. So now that and the debts I have is not in that high anymore. It's not even that high. So I'm not even worried about it. But that's the whole point that I'm trying to let people know. Like, people today have no accountability for their own financial future, and it bites them in the ass because people don't know this, but many states, right? In many states, employers are actually using your credit score to hire you. If you have a bad credit score, employers are not going to hire. They're not going to hire you. And guess what? They're not even going to tell you about it either. When you apply for a job, they look up your credit score, do your background check. If you have a bad credit score, they're not going to hire you because they are going to say, this person is irresponsible. It may not be true, but that's what they're thinking about. Okay? And that's what happens. So, but let me not go off topic completely. But that's one thing I'm trying to let you guys know. That when you want to better your life, you have so many negative Nancys out there who will try to destroy you. It's all based on pure jealousy. So that's why I tell people, only talk to people who are doing what you're doing. Okay? If you want to be a lawyer, hang out with other lawyers or hang out with other law students. You want to be a nurse, hang out with other nursing students because they are the ones who are going to help you. If you want to mess up your life, okay? If you want to mess up your life and your career goals, take advice from someone who's not doing what you're doing. Okay? I don't care if it's your friends or your family. If they're not trying to do what you're doing, don't take their advice. Period. Okay. Anyway, that's one thing. Another reason why a lot of people turn on you sometimes, it's usually based on the fact that something you said. Okay? Sometimes as humans, we say things we don't mean, right? Or sometimes we say things that are taken out of context, right? So when that happens, some people who are too sensitive, they tend to over exaggerate, you know? Like, for example, you can say right now you don't like working with women. You can give you reasons why you made that statement. But a lot of people are going to take it the wrong way and they'll always hold it against you. Okay? They do shit all the time. People who know me very well, I don't like working with American women. I have worked with them in the past. Based on my experiences with them, I have no desire to work with them ever again. If I never work with them ever again, the better for me. I have no desire to work with them. I don't even like being around them in the workplace. Not interested. Okay? But sometimes because you can say something at the workplace and somebody can take offense to it. And you don't even know what you said. You could have made like an innocent statement. Some people take it way too personal and they just start to, act real shady towards you. You know? America today is too sensitive. You can't even crack jokes with people no more. Because they will take it the wrong way. They will. People will take a joke the wrong way. So that's why the work environments today are sometimes kind of dull and boring. Because you don't want to say anything that will piss off the wrong person. That happens a lot. So that's why, I know, it's dumb, but that's the way it is. Another reason why people stop talking to you is due to women. It's due to women. There are so many cases where men have gotten into fights because of a woman. Okay? In the United States, there are so many women out there who are manipulators. They know how to push a button. Okay? A woman can tell a guy that this guy said this about you. The guy won't even ask any questions. He'll just start to fight that person. Either he fights that person, or he stops talking to that guy. Just because. Just because. That's it. A woman can tell a guy right now and say, hey, this guy said, you're stupid. Guess what happens? The guy won't even ask any questions. He'll go and fight that woman. No, sorry, not go. He'll go and fight that guy. So now you have two guys fighting each other because a woman says something. But the guy won't question the girl about what she said. Is it true? You see what I mean? Like, this is what happens a lot of times. Some women out there will seduce a guy. Or some women will, persuade a guy. If a man rejects a woman's sexual advances, what happens? Out of spite and jealousy, she'll go and tell the other guy, this guy said this guy said that, or this guy tried to bang me. And before you know it, people stop talking to you. You see what I mean? Like, you don't know sometimes. Because you don't know. Sometimes you'll never know. And this shit happens more than people think it does. That's why I don't like talking to females at all. Because they pull that bullshit where I can fuck with other people's situations. I've seen this shit too many times, bro. Too many. Just look online. Look up stories, right? About false rape or false assault. What do you call that shit, right? A woman will tell a guy, this guy raped me, this guy assaulted me, blah, blah, blah. These guys who are playing Captain Save-A-Ho will try to impress the female, or he wants to prove his manhood by becoming violent. And by the time he's done committing that charge or that crime, the girl will say, I was never assaulted, I was never raped. Now that guy has now gone to jail. Do you know what I'm talking about? That's why I don't like messing with these American chicks. They put that dumb shit all the fucking time. Okay? Many men have lost their friendships over a female. I'm done with that topic. I'm done with that shit. And let me see. Yes. This is a very important point you have to understand, right? Another reason why people stop talking to you is because of personal failures. See, all these people in their 40s and 50s and 60s, stay away from them. You hear what I said? People who are in their 40s, 50s, and 60s who are not successful, stay away from them. Because many of them are bitter as fuck. They are bitter and they're frustrated. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Many of these people are very angry. Okay? They're angry because they made the wrong life choices. You see what I mean? They made the wrong life choices. This is from my experiences, okay? From what I have seen. See, most of the time, you say to yourself, when someone's older than you, that they usually have your best interest at heart. That's what you say to yourself, right? But let me tell you something. It's not like that. Many of them want to sabotage you in secret. Because a lot of these older people today, they fucked up. See, the thing about life that's very, very scary, okay, is that the older you get, the harder it is to go back and do certain things, okay? Like, the older you get, it's harder to go back to college because you mentally do not have the energy no more to go back. It's not that you can't do it, you just don't have the mental energy, okay? And also, in some cases, you don't have the time anymore because you have to work full time and take care of yourself. So how you go to school full time, then go back and get a degree? It's not that easy. You feel me? And that happens a lot. So many of these older people, like, they're stuck. In the United States today, in most cases, not in all cases, so don't attack me and say my own is different, okay? In many cases, based on what I've heard from other people's testimonies and shit online, companies are not hiring people in their 40s and 50s and older for the good paying jobs. They're not hiring them. Okay? That causes bitterness. Because let's say now, for example, you were working at a job and you were getting paid like 90 grand a year, right? Something happened, they got rid of you based on cutbacks, or the company's downsizing, or they closed their company down. Now you want to transfer your skills into another company. Many employers are not going to hire you because they say to themselves, $90,000 a year, okay, you are qualified, but we can hire this 25-year-old for only 65 grand a year. So we'll take the 25-year-old instead. That happens a lot. That happens more than people think it does. Okay? Companies, usually don't care. They only care about making profit. They don't care about who's best for the job in some cases. They don't care about that, you know? And what happens a lot of times is that this is what causes bitterness, because you now, this person, this older person now has to downgrade their lifestyle now. So you're busy making 90 grand a year. Now you're scraping for 40 grand or 30 grand. That causes bitterness because you now have to downgrade your lifestyle, you know? And people don't know this. People do not know this until you get older. They don't understand what I'm saying until they go through that situation. They don't understand it. That's why I learned from people who I were close to. Some of them told me the game and told me, say, yo, go for the healthcare field, go for healthcare, go for law, because everyone needs a nurse, everyone needs a doctor, everyone needs a lawyer. Regardless of what anyone says, everyone needs a lawyer. Okay? It doesn't mean as a lawyer you'll be rich, but you'll be stable financially, you know? So that happens a lot because you don't want to be in that situation where you have a good paying job, right? You have a good paying job, you get fired, and then now you can't find another job on that same level. So that's why many of these older people today, they're bitter. Let me tell you something. Take my advice, okay? Listen to what I'm telling you. Go and do it and come back and tell me what you saw. Go to Walmart in your local city. Look at these greeters, right? Most greeters you see at Walmart are usually above 40 years old, okay? I don't care how many times they smile, they aren't happy, okay? They are not happy at all. How do I know this? I used to work at retail before. Yeah. I used to work at retail. Trust me. People at the front end are not happy. Okay? They hate their job. So just imagine a 45-year-old man being a Walmart greeter. You have to stand there for 8 hours per shift, or how long your shift is, just be smiling at people. And you know Walmart, they have cameras everywhere. So if you aren't smiling hard enough, oh yeah, they may just get rid of you. You know? So, and this is what happens. And my whole point to you is that a lot of older people today, they get angry because they feel like, hey, these young punks want to live a better life than me when they didn't do half the shit I had to go through. This is what happens. Of course, they're not gonna stop you from achieving your goals, but they can give you negative advice. And this is what happens a lot. This is what happens in many, many cases. So a lot of times people need to understand this. People need to understand, like, I don't fuck with the older people like that. I don't fuck with them. I don't fuck with them like that. The older people in America are bitter. Most of them are bitter. Okay? That's why if an older person loses their job, they're finished. I mean, they're not finished, but it's gonna be harder for them. There were even some cases where you have software engineers. They make about, 120 grand above. And when they lose their job, they can't get hired again. Like, that shit will make anyone go crazy. You feel me? But you have to understand something. That's why I tell people, only take advice from people who are doing well. Okay? I mean, I told some people one day, I like to code video games. Video games for me, it's just a hobby. It's not even a career for me. It's just a hobby for me. And some people will actually get angry saying that you're I'm like, how can he be coding games? I'm like, why the fuck do you care? You know what I mean? Doesn't concern you. But people get pissed off. You know, you have some people out there. They look at these millennials as if they're crazy because they make YouTube videos for a living. So what? Oh, that's not real work. Well, if they're paying you for it, it is real work. You know? But, that's just how it is. And I'm not trying to go too deep into this. But, I mean, this is why people change on you. People change on you because it's bitterness. Okay? People are bitter in America. That's why I tell people only fuck with people who are trying to better their lives. If you want to be an entrepreneur, hang out with other entrepreneurs. If you want to be a lawyer, hang out with other lawyers. That's the only way you will succeed in America today. Because I can tell you right now, a lot of people want you to be miserable. They want you to fail. Let me give you an example. A lot of people today want you to have like baby mamas everywhere. Okay? Some guys out there get lucky and they get the right baby mama. Things is cool for them. But many guys don't. Okay? And it's just one of those things you really gotta don't mess up your life. You feel me? I am currently in my early 30s. Going back from my second career. And I'm trying to be an entrepreneur. So as of now, I'm gonna hang out with other entrepreneurs from now. So if you're not trying to be an entrepreneur, I can't fuck with you. Not interested. Nope. Until I achieve my goal, I only hang out with other entrepreneurs. Because you need like-minded people to help you become successful. Because someone is your friend doesn't always mean they have your best interest. Many of your so-called friends want to see you fail because they failed. I have learned in life a long time ago, when you have friends of yours who are doing well for themselves, they want you to do well in many cases. Like, for example, a guy will be like, hey, I now sell on Amazon. I'm an Amazon seller. Guess what your friend would tell you if you want to change your career, your friend will tell you, hey, get on Amazon. I can show you how to do it. That's what friends do. Friends uplift you. But most of these negative people out there, they want to see you fail. Trust me, they do. But that's just the way it goes, But I hope I explained this topic. I know this video was kind of long, but people need to understand how things really work. And I hope you guys learn from this. Let me know what you think. Peace.